Well, it's Mr. Eric, Sunday, October 17th, 2021. I hope y'all are doing well. Now, before I get started, let me just say that the reason I don't look good in this video as compared to my other videos is because I lost my light. Now, I had a video light here shining on my face to make me look good, but that was Mr. Zach's, and Mr. Zach had to take it back for a photo shoot. So that means I'm currently in search for a light. If you have any recommendations for a light, feel free to let me know. I want to make myself look hot AF so that my future wife, who may be watching this video right now, can like me at this moment. Hello, lady. Alright, so back to the swing of things. This morning, the first thing I did was go to church with the family. Now, in all honesty, I haven't been to church in a while because over the summer, I would spend every other weekend at the hospital doing nursing, and then when I quit that, I would spend every weekend at the warehouse, sleepless nights trying to set this bookstore slash warehouse up. So I didn't make myself time to go to church. It was honestly a bad thing, but now I'm back in church and I feel better. It did feel pretty weird though walking in because of how long it's been since I've been to church. However, I did not lose my skill set for mass. I knew when to kneel and I knew when to pray. I wasn't one of those people who goes to church like once a year and sticks out like a sore thumb because they have to copy what everybody else is doing. Just a heads up, you are pretty obvious. If we don't see you in church for a year and you show up and you start swinging your head around copying everybody, we know you only go to mass once a year for holidays and you're not a true person of faith. Please start going to church more if you do that. Okay, so church went smoothly. Unfortunately, I can't report what the sermon was about because in all honesty, again, I do not pay attention to those very well. I need me a priest who has like top tier public speaking skills. Otherwise, I can't pay attention. If you are monotone, I'm not going to pay attention. Instead, I'm going to poke Daria's leg, try to annoy her. I'm going to be thinking about what I need to do later today or this week. I'm not going to be paying attention to that voice constantly talking about the same thing and in a monotone voice. You need to be animatic when you're in front of the altar, in my opinion, unless it's like a classic Latin mass where the altar actually faces Jesus Christ and the priest faces Jesus Christ. That is a different situation. That's like way more holy in my opinion. But for a normal mass, I highly recommend that you get animated up there and you appeal to the crowd, maybe even ask questions, ask people to respond. I don't know, that type of public speaking is much more intriguing and it gives the message across much better. I'm not a priest though. What am I to say? If I wanted to be a priest, I would go to seminary, but I don't feel like doing that. After church, I came back home and made myself some breakfast. And while I was eating my breakfast, I got a strange phone call from a man named Mr. Lou. Now, I don't think I've talked about Mr. Lou yet, but Mr. Lou is a guy who hit me up on Facebook a couple weeks ago after I put a marketplace listing for my extra Gaylords. I wanted to sell my Gaylords of the extra overstock books for $50 a piece, and Lou hit me up a little bit too late. He really wanted them, but by the time he messaged me, I already got in contact with the paper recycler to pick them up. Mr. Lou seemed really desperate for the books. Reason being, he has a relationship with a church in Litchfield, and this church has a bookstore called Mission Bookstore where all the proceeds go to charities across the world. Now, Mission Bookstore gets its books from donations and from other book dealers who have overstock. However, what I come to find out is that one of their sources just stopped operating because of COVID, so they're looking for more sources of books. So that's where I come in. Lou wants me to be their new source. So why is Lou calling me today? Well, because I texted him yesterday saying that I got the shipment of 100 boxes of books and I have a bunch of leftover stuff that I'm not going to sell, so you can have it. He called me and he let me know that he's not going to be the one picking it up, but actually the director of this bookstore, Mission Bookstore. Her name is April. He put me in a group chat with her, and then her and I communicated about her coming to pick up the books this coming Tuesday. So I got all that overstock out of my hair. I know that somebody's going to pick it up, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I'm not going to have to deal with getting rid of those myself. I love when people are interested in the books that I don't want. It makes life a whole lot easier. Okay, so after my phone call with Mr. Lou ended, I went straight to the warehouse and I got to work on this 100-box shipment we got yesterday. I started scanning through it all, put my stuff into different piles, Amazon, eBay, all the stuff that's overstock will go back in the boxes and onto the pallets all ready to go for Tuesday. That was all the work I did all day, really. I didn't really do much listing, I just sorted through the books. It was a lot of freaking books. I don't really look at my phone while I'm working unless something catches my eye or I get a phone call. This one thing did catch my eye though by the end of the day. Dad forwarded me an email from Daria's teacher at school. And this email said that Daria was not wearing her mask over her freaking nose in class, and this teacher wanted Dad to talk to Daria about it so she could comply. Are you freaking kidding me? This kid cannot breathe in school. Imagine being in school and having to wear a mask all day with like 1 or 2 breaks. I would die. I hate wearing masks for more than a minute. Imagine wearing it for 8 hours a day. Screw you. You are forcing these kids to wear masks in school when there's no scientific evidence behind it. Plus, the chances of kids getting really sick from this virus are slim to none. If you are really that concerned about your child getting sick from the coronavirus at school, how about you either keep them home or give them a freaking N95 mask and rubber gloves and eye goggles to protect themselves. You do what you need to do, we can do what we want to do. Jeez. Give the kids a freaking break. They've been through too much already, and this is just all latent stuff. We are way overdue on this mask mandate stuff. No more. Thank God I'm not in the hospital anymore. I really couldn't stand wearing the mask either. Damn, I love ranting about masks, but not as much as Dad, though. If you ever listen to my dad, Mike Krasansky, rant about masks, you will be super interested. The one person who doesn't really rant, though, is Mr. Johnny K, my brother. He didn't rant when he came to pick me up because he doesn't usually rant about stuff. I needed him to pick me up from the warehouse because he was using my car to go to a soccer game. So I was carless at the warehouse. It forced me to be hungry and not be able to go anywhere unless I walked to McDonald's, but I didn't really feel like walking to McDonald's at all today. So John picked me up at the warehouse, and that's pretty much it for today. As soon as I went home, I got to sleep because I have an interview at St. Francis Hospital tomorrow for a med overflow observation unit. The reason I want this job is because I need to grow my skills in the nursing profession for at least a year. That way I can move to per diem. If I can work per diem as a nurse, my life is complete because I can literally choose whenever I want to work and I can get paid extra for it, and I can work on a floor that also pays extra, or even do travel nursing per diem. I don't know, the option is just open, so I have to force myself to go into nursing for a year so I could get that and do the business at the same time. So I'll let you know how the interview goes tomorrow. Dang, I'm super tired, but I actually have to record for tomorrow because I'm doing this video and tomorrow's video and the days after video all in one. All right, peace.